Passion Education Network.
Passion Education Network PEN. As we have learned the fundamentals in previous class, in today's class we are going to learn how to find a gradient. So we are going to solve 4 questions of that. Here is the first question. In this question we have to pick any 2 points A and B. So I have picked 5. So the value of y will be 5 and x will be 2. You can pick any point, it doesn't affect your answer. Next step is to calculate vertical change. For calculating vertical change, we have to subtract 1 from 5. So the vertical change would be 4. For calculating horizontal change, we have to subtract 0 from 2. And the answer would be 2. We are subtracting 1 and 0 because they are at the point C. Since the line slopes upwards from left to right, its gradient will be positive. So 4 divided by 2 and the gradient would be 2. Now we have to find the C or Y-intercept. For finding it, we can simply look at the graph. So in the graph, the line is intercepting y-axis at 1. So 1 would be the y-intercept. If you want to solve it by equation, so we can also solve it by equation. So the equation is y is equals to mx plus c, where y is 5 and c and x is 2. And gradient or m is also 2. So we have to put all the values in the equation and it will become like this. So now we have to multiply 2 by 2 and it will become 4. So the equation would be 5 equals to 4 plus c. Now 4 will come before the equal sign and the sign of 4 would change. It would become minus. So 5 minus 4 and the value of c would be 1. We are moving towards question 2. In this question, take 2 points P and Q, where the line cuts the y-axis and x-axis respectively, and let 0 be the origin. Vertical change would be 6 and horizontal change would be 2. Since the line slopes downwards from left to right, its gradient is negative. So gradient equals to vertical change upon horizontal change minus 6 upon 2. And the answer would be minus 3. We have found the value of gradient, but now we have to find the value of c. So for finding the value of c, we can simply look at the graph and the y-intercept is 6. Because the line is intercepting the y-axis at point 6, the value of c would be 6. We can also solve it by equation as I have taught in the previous question. Let's move towards question 3. So this is similar to the previous question. First of all, we have to take 2 points A and B that cuts the y and x axis respectively. Let 0 be the origin. Vertical change would be minus 3 and horizontal change would be 2. Since the line slope upwards from left to right, its gradient would be positive. So 3 divided by 2 and the value of m or gradient would be 1.5. So for finding c, we can simply look at the graph where the line cuts y-axis and the line is cutting y-axis at point minus 3. So the value of c would be minus 3. If you want to just solve it by equation, so you can also solve it by equation. So I am just solving it by equation so you can understand it better. So for solving it for equation, we will take 2 points on this line. So for example, I have taken 3 and 4. It will become like this, and then we have to solve the equation like I am solving it. the answer would be minus 3. Now we are going to solve the final question of today's class. This is a bit different question because the line is not touching any point. So first of all, we have to take 2 points. For example, I have taken 14 and 2. So for finding vertical change, we have to subtract 2 from 14. The answer will be 12. For finding horizontal change, we are going to subtract 2 from 4. And the answer would be 2. Since the line slopes downwards from the left to right, its gradient would be negative. So minus 12 upon 2 and the value of gradient would be minus 6. Now next step is to find the value of C. For finding value of C, we have to use the equation because in this graph we cannot see the line intercepting the y-axis. So y is equals to mx plus c, in which y would be 14, x would be 2 and m would be minus 6. So you just have to solve the equation. After solving the equation, the answer would be 26. So the value of C is 26. That's for today. In next class, we will start a new topic. Thank you.